Everybody hear me? Am I coming out all right? I think I should be. Probably wait a bit for everybody to get settled in. I'll just put out a notification after all, but basically the plan for the stream today is just to review my sets with Danny at the last tournament we played, which was the Gundash Monthly 2. Probably just going to go over Grand Finals, honestly, because my problems with how I played in Winners Finals are basically the same with how I played in Grands, but a little worse, honestly. And after that, I think I'll probably be going over like the history of like my sets with Danny, how we both improved from them, how we've changed from them, and try and give you a synopsis of what I think it's going to look like in the future. So yeah, I don't know if anybody's watching this, but I don't particularly care. Let's get into it. It should be the right timestamp. No, maybe? Maybe not? Oh yeah, this is the wait before we got back in. Alright, here we go. Starting out okay. Just kind of a typical round start reaction. I need to start covering neutral get up more like purposely, because I could have gotten way better punishes on him today if I had. Oh boy. Yeah, that was bad. This is where it starts falling apart already. So I guess what, throw, up throw, boom. Should have honestly just air dodged here. Danny is playing. One of the big adjustments he's made, Danny is playing a lot better around like the air dodge or like fastball 50-50, which is it basically is a 50-50. Like sometimes he'll just like go up and throw out a move at me, and other times he'll just wait for me to come down. I still think it's mostly he tries to like preemptively cover me with stuff, so I should lean more towards, air dodging and being proactive on that, but still, it's something that he's doing a lot better. I'm going to take like 100%, I think, from all this. Yeah, I'm not playing this well at all. Should have air dodged really long time ago. I could have delayed that and it would have hit. I would have been lucky as hell, too. He's an ACPD. Oh, I should have had the timing on that. Yeah. That was just a panic option. I don't know what I was doing there. Nice. I could have delayed it more. I honestly don't know why he did that, but it worked out. He's been like weird with the up smashes recently, but it's been working out for him. I don't know why. Dash attack. Should have just air dodged there. Nice coverage. Oh, I should have just got special canceled. That was terrible. Being too aggressive. Yep. Oh, I should have got hit by that. Wolf mirror. Nice. Honestly? Oh yeah, I did not wait nearly long enough for that. But I don't know how I got 2-stocked here. I feel like if I just... Well, I do know how I got 2-stocked here, but it's just... Ugh, it just shows I'm playing bad. Because like, if I just played on my game plan from here, I'll at least take a stock more before the game is over. Even if I don't win it. Bad. Bad. Trying to chase him too much, being too aggressive. Yeah. ACPDs, I'm getting like over-reliant on them too. Panic option. That was also kind of a panic option, but he didn't expect me to do it. Yeah, you can see I'm just like holding forward. Which is exactly why I pineappled right there. Yeah. Moving on to the next game, I took him to Smashville because I was kind of... Well, I was just getting less confident in PS2, but honestly, I probably won't be taking Danny back to the stage again anytime soon. I don't know. It's just the problem with the matchup is usually uh, how do I play disadvantage and how do I live as long as possible and eventually get the killing hit on a character that's way more mobile than me and can like air camp for so much of the time when all of my like kill confirms are grounded and the ways I have for killing people straight in the air are not very good at all, like telegraphed. That's really the problem with this matchup. So when you have a stage like Smashville that for one, it's above jump height for Terry to land on the platform. I have to jump twice or tech onto the platform to even get on it in the first place. But for another, it's just so small. I have like tech the platform. Sorry, I had it on. I was looking at it on my phone separately. It's so small. I have almost no wiggle room around to play disadvantage in. Constantly just getting pressured all over the place. It's not good. I don't think it's good. It helps a little bit because he can't air camp for as long, kind of, sort of, not really. It's a bit better with the neutral, I guess, but the trade-offs just really aren't worth it, I feel like. You'd think Smashville would be better for characters who are less mobile and have a hard time catching characters like Wolf, but no, it just ends up being the opposite. Alright. What a fucking up smash. What was that? Alright, that caught. That got a little greedy there. Nice. He's just gonna... Oh, I thought he was just gonna land, honestly. Trip damage. Nice. Good so far. Probably not gonna be for very long. See, like, what do I do if Danny just decides to go on the platform and not get off? Like, I could throw out, you know, a power dunk or a charge rising tackle, but they're both like so high commitment, high risk, high reward, and you know, run the risk of him falling out of them. Like both of them, they're just not great. Yep, just go back to the ledge. I think I'm honestly doing my ledge options a little quickly nowadays. I probably could have punished that down smash. That was okay. Stop, stop. Yeah, too aggressive. He just SDI'd that really well. Nice. Read the fact that he would drop the shield. Okay. See, like, this is another game I really shouldn't be getting too stocked here. If I just play to my game plan, like, unless he does brilliant shit, like brilliant outplays here, it's probably at least going to go to last stock with a lead like this if I just play my normal solid way that I usually do, or that I do when I'm disciplined, like back at the bounty. But you're going to see, like, I get panicky. That was just... Honestly, I could say, like, I should have not let go of shield, but that elf smash is, like, so uncharacteristic. It just happens. It was good. I need to stop trying to cover his jump when I get off Angel platform too, I think. Like, I can throw out a couple stray aerials and whatnot, but the thing I'll usually do to try and catch people's jumps, like when I get off of the Angel platform, a lot of people will, you know, jump when you have invincibility, because it's just kind of harder to catch people in the air in general. But what I'll try and do to counter that is just like go on the platform and try and bait their air movement and just like hold and put out a hitbox while I'm on it to cover where they're going to go. But for one, you know, what if he just doesn't drift towards me? But for another, even if he does drift towards me, like I think there are several times he does in this match, and I try to cover it, Wolf is just so damn small in the air. He's like curling up into a ball constantly. I just rarely, if ever, you know, land a hit and do anything with it. So if anything, I should just go back to the ground, you know, take hold of center stage and just let that be my reward for getting off Angel Plat. Don't need to instantly win neutral, just take the center stage, throw out a couple things, but, you know, keep it safe. Because when I just stay on the platform, I give up a lot of stage control. I should have punished that with forward tilt. See, oh my god, you can see I'm trying to punish it there. I'm probably going for too hard of reads against neutral get up. It's just so... one frame punish window. If I'm even slightly wrong on the timing, even if I'm correct, you know, which I am a lot of the time, but if I'm slightly wrong on the timing, I just don't get the punish and I get fucked for it, like I'm about to. You see here. Yep. Take 50. That was terrible. That crack shoot was awful. Panic option. Don't need to rush at him, YD, but you're going to anyway. So you're fucking panicking. Oh, I should have had that. Fuck. I hate that. I hate these moments where I like get the read on people. Like have the read on their disadvantage, but just do it a little bit too late. Oh well. Terry Bogard. I probably should have died. He probably should have died. That was crazy. Wow. And like, see, like, there's no reason, even if I am at a deficit now, for this to go to less than one stock apiece from both of us. I just panic. Like, so you can see, look at this fucking sequence. Hold up. Get killed. And then I just start, like, rushing to center stage, trying to get something back. Also, there was that moment. There was an example of that moment that I was just talking about, where I try and cover people's jumps after getting on the Angel platform, and that shit just doesn't work. Like, oh, my bad. It just goes towards me. I try and cover it with the air dash, or with the dash attack, but I hate twitches. Like a shortcut system. Okay, but going back, so how do I lose this? Try and cover the jump, which gets me punished, going back to my main point I made before. Nice 2 frame. Rush to center stage, because I'm panicking. Should have just waited longer to see what he was trying to cover. Rush to center stage again with a roll. Start rolling a lot when I'm not confident in myself. Rolling and doing auto-cancel power dunk in particular, those are like my 2 main, biggest, like most obvious habit moments. If you see me doing those things, there's a good chance I either just really want to kill you immediately, or I just don't know what else I'm supposed to do at the moment. Like panicking. Oh my god. Oh, can we just go back to this? First of all, I shouldn't have even been trying to cover that. You should never be trying to cover this as Terry, because you can just like honestly like run back and hold shield and just cover ground like passively instead of proactively like this where I'm down tilting, and 99 times out of 10 you will get a punish on the wolf, whereas doing this usually doesn't work, which you can see didn't work. But for another, look at these up smashes I'm about to do. Like, this is just like so obvious. If I'm doing this and you're like a full meter away from me and I'm just throwing out shit like this, that's such an obvious tell that someone is just like panicky or, you know, not together with it. Ugh. Does it do anything? Oh my god. And then I do the next thing that I just talked about, which I just run in and do a fucking auto-cancel power dunk. And then roll. I should have got punished for it, honestly. Yep. Oh, that was such a terrible punish. Dude, he literally would have died if I just did the regular power dunk version. I hate it, because so many people will like come up to me and be like, hey, YD, why don't you do charge rising tackle more? off the jab. It's like it's the mix-up, man. You got to do jab, rising tackle, charge, rising tackle more, and then I get them to 120% with like almost full rage, do the rising tackle, and then they live. So I almost never do it. Yeah, tried to bait him, then just ended up doing it again. Terrible, terrible, terrible. Drift into the fucking down smash. Die. I deserve to at this point. Awful gameplay. Get shit on, Why Delirious. You're terrible. You can see. Hold up. I'll let it play again. I got the thinking man's face. Down in the bottom left, I'm a little tilted. I'm like, maybe I shouldn't spam auto cancel power dunk and up smash when he's at kill percent. That would probably work. Yeah, I think I'll try and do that. And then I'm pretty sure I don't do that. Skip ahead. Yeah, this guy has no clue what the fuck is going on right now. Oh my god. Oh, okay, hold up. This is just emblematic of the problem with this set in general. Just the very beginning of this. Just run in dash attack. Against Wolf. Against Danny. Air camping Danny. Danny who loves Tweak more than any other top player. Just run in and dash attack him. Yeah, that's a great plan. Get shit on. I should have taken more than that, honestly. Terrible. I should have just gone to the ledge. I should have got shit on. I just roll in immediately. I'm getting shit on for it. He does a bad grab, but I punish it horribly, so it doesn't matter. Roll in again, get punished. I deserve all of this. Crack shoot again. Okay, that's another telltale sign that I am absolutely, completely fucking befuddled at what is going on in the moment. If I just start throwing out crack shoots, trying to take back stage control, super panicky and desperate, that means I'm not, like, my head isn't in it anymore. You fucked me over. I should have got F smashed. I mashed there. I mashed there again. I mashed there again. I mashed there again. I'm just running. I'm literally holding forward. Okay, that was okay. Missed the follow-up, though. That shouldn't have worked. Wolf Nera's bullshit, but whatever. See, I do another roll-in, which honestly should have got punished. I hate that Danny does that. Danny will just... It doesn't even work, but I will, like, shark him with up airs while I'm underneath the platform and he's on it, and he'll just throw out up smash. I think it's worked, like... It has, like, a 1 in 20 odds of working against me. Like, that's how many times it's actually worked, but he'll just do it. Like, come on. Anyway, I should have died from that dash attack, but I'm a mashy, greedy motherfucker, so I get back air. You can see, this is what I was talking about again, with how I like to play Angel Plat. You can see here. Just throwing out stuff, expecting him to jump, and he just doesn't jump. Alright, nice. I'm probably going to get over. No, I didn't get over aggressive that time. Wow, great. You can actually still make this back, Why Delirious. Gotta actually cover the neutral get up with something that will kill. Okay, he just does it again. Throw out auto cancel power dunk because I'm panicking. Jump in the middle of a true string and lose my double jump and disadvantage because I'm panicking. You should never be mashing jump here. But you can see that if you saw that like little whirlpool sort of effect, I just lost my double jump, so I'm fucked. Boom, boom. That shouldn't have worked. He literally knew I was gonna do it too. You could see him lining up the shot to kill me for it. That was weird as hell. Yep. Get up attack. Throw out auto cancel power dunk because I'm still panicking. YOLO because I'm still panicking, but it works. Sometimes, hey, sometimes shit just works, honestly, you know? Even if your game plan is terrible. Broken clock is right. Twice a day, right? What am I doing? That was good. It was not good. Why did I... Wait, what did I do? Did I, like, try to roll in immediately again. I bet that's what I did here. Oh, 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 brother. Oh, brother. Okay, whatever. Keep going. Yeah. Again, as Terry... Okay, just explain something. As Terry, you really don't have the license to just, like... I mean, sure, it can work out occasionally. You really don't have the license to just try and immediately take back center stage, stage control when you get knocked off stage. Like, my airspeed is something like 64th out of 86 in the game, and my landing options are like meh. They're all laggy as hell, or not very disjointed, if disjointed at all. So, like, this is what I meant when I said I just wasn't playing to my game plan. First of all, that was a terrible punish. He should have gotten like 40% at least for doing that up smash, but I just run in, start throwing shit out, get forward aired, try and take back stage control for no reason and get killed. Or not. Wow. That... I'm actually kind of stunned. At 146, that didn't kill? Okay, well, I still get shit on anyway. Yeah, just... There it is again. There it is again. Panicking and disadvantage. Panicking and disadvantage. I roll almost immediately. At least I do a neutral get up this time first, I guess. Oh, that shouldn't have worked. He knew it was going to happen too. Just... Yeah. I'm going to get killed. Yep, because I was greedy. Why did you drop shield? Okay, whatever. The thing is, too, I can still bring this back. This is doable for Terry. Terry has to do shit like this all the time if you play him. But, if I play the way I have been, which I'm going to continue to do, as you can see, it's just not gonna work. You can't do this versus Wolf. Especially not versus Wolf. So yeah, yeah. I think I fuck up something here. Like, oh my god. Hold forward. No, okay. And then I get fucked by that again because I should have just stayed back and let him do it and then punish it, but I'm an idiot right now because I'm like getting... I've literally been through this a million times. This is the most tilting thing about watching this set over. Like, he's not even doing anything particularly new. He's just playing, for the most part, he's just like playing his advantage state better and occasionally being a bit better or more aggressive in neutral, right? And I don't know. I mean, I think he was probably a semblance of mentality stuff before the tournament, which I'll talk about later, but I really don't know why I was letting myself get panicked over this. This isn't fucking, he isn't suddenly doing amazing shit. He's mostly doing exactly what he's been doing for like the past 6 months versus me, but I just let it get to my head for like no reason and let my game plan fall apart, and then I get shit on, rightfully so. Trying to just force my way through, roll immediately, again, and then, yeah, I misinput there. SD. GG's. GG's. Good games. Actually not, because I'm playing like dog shit, but you beat my ass, rightfully so, because that was terrible. Aw, but... It just it pains me so much watching that, dude. Like, this is literally my 63rd set versus Dan. It's not even actually my 63rd. There's been more sets because some of them were recorded on Challenge where they don't contribute to Smash data, right? It's probably been more like 64, 65. But, like, 100 billionth set versus Danny, and for no particular reason at all, I just let my, like, the tried and true way I've been playing just fall apart completely for no reason. Just fall apart. Hold up. I don't need you to. Okay, I was just wanted to look at chat real quick. I like seeing the stream death whirlpool there, though. That's pretty great. Okay. But yeah, that's the general summary of why I lost the Gundash tournament. It's just annoying. It was for state PR too and everything. I think so. Going back to my mentality about it, I think part of it was I don't think I played Smash outside of tournament for 3 days before the Gundash monthly, and especially because I literally didn't know that it was gonna be for state PR because, and it's honestly my fault, but they made like the TOs made like a state PR event calendar at the beginning of the season, right? And so I figured I could just look at there to know whenever state PR events would come up. And it's not their duty to update it, but they just didn't update it. So I didn't know about it. And I guess they said later that every monthly tournament would be for state PR, and I missed that. So it's honestly my fault. I'm not going to blame the TOs for that, but it is like a contributor. I think if I had been a lot warmer in the days leading up to this and known that it was for state PR, you know, I'm not saying necessarily that the set would have gone out a different way, like I would have won it. You know, he could have still won the tournament over me and gotten the PR event, but it wouldn't have been like triple two stock 3-0. It wouldn't have had that like horrible showing from me. I would have been able to like keep it together better, but then I don't know. I just let it fall apart. That's honestly, in my opinion, my biggest problem as a player right now. I've improved on it a lot, but it's still prevalent. It's just my mentality. Sometimes my mentality just falls for like no good reason, and I just let it crumble, and I don't play the game to my game plan for no reason, and I get shit on for it, rightfully so. But hey, it's all a process. Just got to work through it out. You can figure it out. I've gotten a lot better at it than I was previously, so I know at least that. At least I know I'm getting better.
We don't know. We'll find.
But it's definitely frustrating. So real quick, and we don't have to watch. Yeah, I won't really watch this whole VOD.
Goddamn.
Just because I'm just trying to illustrate a point with this, but this is more like how I play when how I actually play to my game plan. And again, doesn't necessarily mean, that I'm just gonna win automatically or whatever. Danny almost takes this whole set in a reverse 3-0, reverse 3 stock, even though I was playing like good throughout it. So he can still beat my ass. I'm not trying to say, otherwise, but it would have been better. All right. See, I go to ledge, mix up the timings, and be a little bit patient with what option I pick, because if I rush, it makes it way easier to hit me. Oh well, like that. Hey, I'm not always great, but yeah, like stalling at ledge versus Wolf is so good, honestly, because he doesn't have any amazing way to cover it, aside from like a hard read. Even then, most of that stuff is either reactable or won't kill you. So I tend to do it a lot versus them. That was ugly, but it worked out. Hey, yep, go to ledge. Don't crack shoot over it like a dumbass, like I did before. Not like that though. The drop down crack shoot was fine. I was just being like, do it from disadvantage immediately. Nice combo. I try and get the down air 2 frame, even though I know it's not going to happen. I'm just being a bot. Didn't quite get it on there. Nice chase. Yeah. But you can see, like, okay, maybe not there, but overall, I'm forcing it way less than I was in the last set. And the moments where I do force it, like I said, like here, where I just immediately go for this drop down crack shoot, it doesn't work out. If I just play to my game plan, you know, sure, it's not going to be guaranteed that I win, but it's going to be astronomically higher than if I just start, you know, playing like a Wi-Fi Terry like I was in that Gundash Grants. Oh well. Another big thing, too, about this matchup, you can't, and I need to do better about this even in this set, but you really shouldn't, like, overextend your advantage when Wolf isn't on ledge. Like, Terry advantage from a juggle state, for example, that's really what I'm talking about. Terry advantage on Wolf from a juggle state is, like, practically non-existent most of the time. And it's just because he's so slow on the ground and in the air, and Wolf has, like, what, top 5, 10 air drift. So he just gets to air drift out of your ship most of the time, and honestly, that's fine. You know, you're Terry Bogard. You can still kill off random stray hits. You don't need the like juggle advantage state in this matchup. It's kind of annoying, but you just need to make sure not to overextend. Like here, you see, like Danny's starting to bring this game back, even at the bounty, because I'm starting to like get way too over aggressive. By the way, people were like memeing about this. I SDI'd out of that. People just thought I fell out or something. No, I just like mashed away SDI super hard because I knew it was about to happen. But I'm pretty sure I get killed anyway here. Yeah, because I'm doing. See, that's another thing. Even here, there's still places I can clean it up because like going for these like auto cancel power dunks and kill percent is really just a panic option. Auto cancel power dunk is either a jump call out or a call out option in general, or it's a gimmick. And right here, the way I'm using it, it's a gimmick. And Danny knows, so he just... People don't realize power dunk does not have, like, really much priority at all. I can show you the hitbox after this game, but it's kind of non-existent. I'll turn up the volume a bit, but I'm not going to let him talk too loud because they're going to, like, they're going to have more volume than I do.
Yeah, that's going to be game one going to...
But yeah, you can see, like, it works out way better when I actually play the way that I'm supposed to and the way that I say that I'm going to. Don't panic and be a bitch. But even the moments where I started like falling apart in this game or in this set were usually because, again, I started rushing it from disadvantage a bit, or I started forcing it too much. It's not bad to like force interactions occasionally versus Wolf. You just have to do it very occasionally, right? But I started just forcing shit. You can't force anything versus Wolf. And really versus a lot of the Terry versus top tier matchups in general, you can't force stuff. Ironically, Steve is one of the only... I think Steve and Kazuya, ironically, are some of the only exceptions to that rule because they're just so limited in their mobility. It's some of the few times Terry gets to play against a character whose mobility is significantly worse than theirs. So they actually end up being pretty fun, at least for me, because you get to freestyle a lot more, where in contrast versus these matchups like Wolf, Palutena, Aegis, especially fucking Sephiroth, Diddy Kong, these matchups where you just have to play against these characters who just heavily out-neutral you, you really are just going with their flow and doing a lot of safe shit and pokes, and only very occasionally going out, sticking your neck out and throwing out an option. You know? I have no idea, by the way, how this stream is going. I'm just going to check it again because I'm curious. I don't have no idea. Oh, Crash is in chat. I love Delirious. Okay. Versus Wolf is very hard to force interactions. Well, some sense of neutral, but if you're playing against a patient neutral, it's generally going to be a harder time. due to speed and tools that Wolf has. Yeah, and I think patient, well, not even necessarily quote unquote patient neutral, but just ambiguous neutral, if that makes sense, is the optimal playstyle for Wolf in the matchup. It's just a lot of empty movement, a lot of waiting to see what the Terry will do first and then going in. And then if the Terry starts forcing shit, they can just punish you and start beating your ass really easily, which is what happened at Gundash. I'm glad you're in chat though. What's up, Crash? Is there like a better way, by the way, for me to read chat while I'm streaming? Because I'm not very experienced with this. Empty movement and holding a range where the Terry could potentially be like, yeah, like crack shoot range. Yeah, pretty much. Like, sometimes, yeah, I'm not even going to say sometimes. A lot of the time, it's really just good to just stick around in their burst range. Don't even necessarily do anything within it. You can just stand or hold shield within it a lot of the times. Just get to that burst range and then just make sure they're at that range for most, if not all, of the game. And then as long as you just don't force stuff within that, start throwing out interactions, and just stay patient and calculated, then that's honestly the optimal way to play. Like, when I beat Moxie like 6-0 at 404, I think that's probably some of the best I've ever played in the Wolf matchup, because I would legitimately just go up within their burst range and just stare at that motherfucker. Like, sometimes I would just go up and just look at him, you know? Just let them do whatever they want to do and just react. It's like you want to be like a moving fortress. That's my opinion on it. Just a moving fortress, putting yourself in positions where, you know, you're always making them uncomfortable, but never forcing interactions necessarily, or only doing it occasionally. Yeah, the burst range is honestly what I tell people to do in Terry match short terms, because holding a mid range, I'll be covering really. Yeah, I'm pretty much the same way. Huge fan of the Moxie sets. Thank you. Okay, thank you. Yeah, I played them pretty well. But, okay. So, what I wanted to do now was just give a short overview of my matchup history with Danny, how we progressed, like, from fighting each other constantly, and where I think it's going to continue to go from here. And I think, honestly, pulling up this head-to-head chart might get a laugh out of a couple of you. Actually, I'll just go ahead and spoil it. I mean, I already said it earlier. The Gundash set was literally our 63rd set, and that's only sets that were counted in Smash GG. So we've been playing a million fucking times over the years. Alright, come on. Okay. Sometimes Smash GG is really slow. It doesn't look like it's being like that today, though. Okay, that's good. You can see, recently, finally managed to claw out a lead, but it's been doing pretty good against me, coming right back. There was a while, you can see here, that I was just like totally trashing him recently. But then, like, this stuff is mostly just me. I don't know. Maybe I haven't been practicing the matchup enough. Maybe I just haven't been taking this shit seriously enough because I've been getting too comfortable. I do that a lot, I think, where I will like win too many times and then like stop taking it seriously enough to keep consistency. But yeah, I think like this stuff is when I'm playing the game plan to the best of my ability. And I'm still doing it for most of these other tournaments too. You can see like the recent sets have been pretty heavily in my favor. But starting out, it was not like that at all. The very first time me and Danny actually played, well, I mean, go figure, it was on Wi-Fi. It was like a 1st to 5, and I remember vividly that almost every game, if not every game, went to last stock, last hit, but I would like constantly cheese him with go cheese at the end of every game. And that was the very first set we've ever played. It was like during the quarantine era, but when I went offline, I won the first set against him, and then for the rest of, I believe it was 2020, yeah, 2020, he was basically like ruling over me for the longest time, and you can see here, just have a horrible track record against him for a very long time. Start eking out a couple wins here and there, but also start getting beat back again and again. The main thing I would do back then, I would try and play like riddles, because I would just like watch riddles and be like, oh, well, he wins a lot. This is pretty cool. I like the aggressive play style and just watching shit blow up. I'm just gonna play like riddles and approach the wolf player and just throw out my big buttons against him. And if it doesn't work out, I'll just adapt. And then, as you can see, that absolutely did not work. And for the longest time, I would get shit on. And then the main struggle for me in the history of me playing against Danny is just realizing I can't fucking play Terry like, Soul Bad Guy, Guilty Gear, or whatever. I can't play Guilty Gear and shit in Smash. I have to play Smash. And the way I have to play Smash with Terry in these matchups where people have characters with overwhelmingly better neutrals than mine is I've just got to be a moving fortress. That's what I've realized. And I don't always like it. Sometimes, I get like mad about it sometimes because I'm like, I want to play aggressive. I want to be, I want to be like Reynolds. I want to be like Soul Bad Guy. I want to go up and just blow up shit and just be really fast and whatever. But this is reality. This is high level gameplay. You can't just play every matchup like that, and you especially can't do it versus a character who has like 1, no hurt box, 2, amazing hitboxes to box with, 3, insane air drift and mobility, and 4, he's piloted by a player who loves tweak and loves air camping. So most of this is just gradually over time I'm gaining more discipline and starting to become more and more defensive versus Danny. That's the big thing. If not defensive, turtly. I start turtling him like big time. For the first half, yeah. So for the first half of our like set records together, like let's say I want to say 2020, like late 2020 when offline just came back to mid 2021, I was mostly getting wrecked. Like you can see, there's only a scant few tournaments I'm winning here and there against him, and they're usually like smaller locals. There's a couple times I go to regionals and I mess him up, like I get a grand final reset and I reverse 3-0'd him once actually in this tournament, this regional, to knock him out, which you can tell he was happy about. But yeah, I start gradually getting better at it. But he's still, over time getting better and better in neutral as a player. But I think in the first half, the one doing most of the improving was me. Because I just didn't really know how to deal with this kind of playstyle and this kind of character for the first half of our matchup history together. For one thing, there was a while my mentality was so shot. I just didn't really want to accept that this would be how I would have to play against him. Like I said, I want to be aggressive. I want to be, the flashy player or whatever. But I can't do that and also expect to win in matchups like these. That's just how it is, and it's fine, But I would get like a mental complex about it almost, where it's like I just get fucking annoyed that it's like I can read so many of his jumps, right? I can tell when he's going to jump so many times, or I can tell generally what he's going to do so often, and I have this thing sometimes where I feel like if I can read you, if I can read what you're gonna do, I should be able to punish it and like mess you up for it if you're being predictable. But some characters, like especially if you're in the top 10, like Wolf, it's just not reality. That's just not how you can play it. And honestly, having that sort of like privilege of being able to just blow people up off reads is a something that is pretty unique to Terry FGCs and like characters with amazing punish games like us in general. Most characters don't get to like have that ever. Not even just in like the Wolf matchup, but in general. So I'm just gradually getting more and more patient over time. And as you see me realize like how to do it, I start taking way more sets on him than vice versa. I think the first time that it really clicked to me, because now I'm starting to get better in-season records versus Danny than he is on me, right? First time it really clicked that I was finally like figuring it out was when I won this like monthly tournament in Alabama over him. That was the first big time where I'm like, yeah, I'm actually doing good now. Kumite, at Kumite, I think I had the same problem as I did at Gundash yesterday, or night, actually, yeah, yesterday, where I just like let myself get mentally out of it and tilted and stuff. I don't, I don't really like Wolf. I don't really like Danny's playstyle. I'm gonna be honest with you. Like the tweak Danny playstyle of just air camping and just slowing the game to a crawl and being like that with your characters. I mean, it's fine. I can win against it. No, like obviously, I can play against it. It's fine. I shouldn't get such a headache about it, but I just don't like playing it. That's been a big thing for me for a while. I just don't like playing against air campers and people who can just like drift out of so much of my pressure. Yeah. Oh well. I win the summoning over him after Kumite. I lose a random Vander tilted. I don't think I was trying that hard that day. I can't remember what I was doing, but and then I go on a winning streak for about I think that's 7 sets, and then lose the last 4 sets that have happened, which I've just been. Yeah, the most annoying thing about this shit, it doesn't even feel like he's adapted that hard. Like he does like an occasional dash attack more, and sometimes runs up and throws me more now. But should I really be losing like that over it? No, I should. It should at least be like way closer. But I just like start. Sometimes I just get these like mental states where I just start just falling apart because I just want to do something else. Like during this, Random Tilted 79, I honestly just wanted to play Guilty Gear. I didn't really feel like playing the game with him, you know? Shit happens. I'll get over it, but that's just how it be. Has anybody been speaking in chat, or what's going on? Has anybody been speaking in chat, or what's going on? Wait, look. Playing like riddles was also a philosophy I thought would work at first when I went offline, but then I realized me camping as Terry or Dash like Heavy is so much better. Yeah, I really would like to see riddles like try and function in the regions that we play in. It's very weird to me too. And when I saw Danny first play against riddles, like he got onto his stream once and got friendlies. He got a whole grind session in with him. Riddles got as annoyed as I do playing him. He got as tilted. He hated that shit as much as I fucking hate playing against Danny, which was hilarious to me. But it's like sometimes I wonder how Riddles gets away with playing like the way he does when it just feels like I would get obsoleted in my own region if I started doing that. I don't know. It was also only when he went Terry too. Yeah, yeah. He got fucked up. He knows the struggle of Danny. Yeah, and it's totally doable. You just turtle. I think I'm biased. I'm biased as fuck. And you can, I'm sure if Danny sees this or some shit, he's gonna be like, you're whatever, trash talking, whatever. And if he wins the next time, he'll have the right to. But I'm biased. I think if I just like play with the right mentality next time and just stick to my game plan more and stop getting into my head about it again for no reason, I think I'll win my next set with him. I feel pretty confident still in the matchup. I think I just played these last sets like really philanderously, just badly. But the interesting thing that I did want to talk about in terms of the future of this matchup, Danny has started working on it, but he hasn't. I don't know if he's like fully gone the way of it yet, but he's gotten better at it. What I originally said when I started getting like these big win streaks right on Danny, I gave him the advice of like, okay, if you want to start winning against me, Danny, start playing more aggressive. Honestly, start mixing it up with more aggression. Because if I'm turtling, I'm constantly like run up shielding or like staying at a relative distance being passive. That's initiative for you. You have the mobility advantage in the matchup. You can take advantage of that. And sure, if I know that you're going to try and do it, I can fuck you up for it. But it's a mix-up. It's hot and cold. If he's playing hot, I start playing cold, and I start covering his approaches in and stuff and whacking him off. And then if he's playing cold, start playing a little bit hot, turtling, running up against him, keeping him uncomfortable, and then so on and so forth. I think when Danny gets like really godlike at this matchup, which I honestly don't think he is right now. Like I think he's probably better than almost any other wolf in the world at it, but I still don't think me or him are like godlike at Wolf Terry. I think if he ever gets godlike at it, he's just gonna get so amazing at the mental aspect of it, like causing chaos in my mind to the point where I never know if he's gonna be like hot or cold. I think that's when he's gonna like really have me down. But so far, like with these recent sets, I think I've just been playing off. I know I'm biased as fuck. I hate saying it. Like it's a cop out, but I just didn't play the way that I've been previously in these last four sets. So, it is what it is. But yeah, that's how I think the future is going to be. And I also feel in the future, I'm going to be like even more patient and disciplined than I am now. I'm going to basically just be like the vendetta theoretical version of Terry. I'm going to be turtling all of the time. Going to be only picking my spots when I like have a decent chance for success. I'm never going to be taking huge risks like throwing out go moves or doing huge like call outs. It's just going to be super patient play, neutral, disciplined fucking Terry Bogard. And that's going to be the optimal way that I fight him. But yeah, it comes full circle. I remember when Ronan X says the turtling is the correct way. Yeah, I wanted to mention that too. Like, so it's not even just Ronan X either. A lot of the fighting game character community for the game has been saying for the longest time that turtling is going to be the optimal way to play Terry. And now that we've gotten to late meta, I think we're getting to that point. People aren't getting hit by the matchup checks anymore. Can't really be as aggressive because people know Terry's slow on the ground and in the air, and they can like play around that. So that combined with like Terry just has such good out of shield options and reward off parries and shit and ways of like covering people who come in on him while he's turtling. Yeah, I think Ronan X probably was right. Turtling probably is the future. You agree? Yeah. Turtling is how I won the bounty, honestly. Like, I turtled almost every set until I got to wilds. Like, apart from, these matchups like Kazuya, Steve, where you have just a big mobility advantage and you can be more creative against them. Apart from those kinds of matchups, most of the meta relevant matchups just seem like, turtle matchups. It just seems like you're going to have to run up shield, space back a little bit, let him come to you for a lot of it. Just turtle. Alright. Any other bases to cover? Did you want to, hear anything from me or anything? Or, discuss something, Crash? If you're still in chat? Because I think that's about it. I just wanted to get this out of the way because I was just really bugged with the way I was playing the matchup recently. How you feel about the bounty Danny set the last few games? So game 3, I think I started getting really undisciplined. It seemed you were a little flustered. Yeah, that's usually what happens when I start getting fucked up like that. But game 3, I think I just got overzealous because I just wanted to win the set. Game 4, I actually think I played game 4 really solidly. He just came out with a win on that one. But in game 5, I got that massive lead, and then, I wanted it to just end. I kept turtling for a bit, but it got to the point where I eventually started doing those just kill them panic options, like the AC power dunks or the random burst options and super aggressive neutral play and disadvantage. Again, these characters, you just can't go outside of the game plan versus them. That's just it. You just have to play super patient and disciplined the whole time, and if you start playing the wrong way, even near the end, you just get fucked up. It's the same way with Sonic. It's the same way with Palutena, Diddy Kong. It's just these characters that have just a vice on neutral. You've got to keep it tight the whole way through. Since he almost made the comeback, yeah. He was also just playing really well in that last part of Game 5. You know, the back air call out on my second stock, that was crazy. But I brought it back at the end, barely. So it ended up being okay. I started pulling myself back a bit and getting really disappointed. What would you say is the difference from the bounty set compared to your most recent set with him? I'm just not. I just wasn't playing the gameplay. My mental wasn't in it. I wasn't playing the way that I have specifically set myself out to play against Wolf. I felt like I needed to start being a bit more aggressive because he was mixing in more aggression nowadays, but I really don't. I just need to just play the way that I have been. It works. Play within that game plan, and then at least if I play within that game plan, I have solid ground to stand on. But if I start just going in and rushing center stage and rushing my options in general, forcing a bunch of interactions like I was in the last few sets, I'll lose, just like I lost in those last few sets. That's it. And so when I next play it, I'm gonna be a lot more disciplined. I'm gonna just play like I was before, honestly. There was no point in trying to change my game plan. I just let it get to my head. Game plans within game plans is how it works with its high level, especially in region matchups. How would you say stages play a factor? We mostly just go to PS2 nowadays. So many of the stages are either Terry leaning or Wolf leaning, and PS2 is just kind of the middle of them that just tend to go to PS2. It doesn't feel like they play too much of a role anymore. And if they do, it's because one or the other person is making a mistake with them that they obviously shouldn't be. Like me in the last set, taking him to Smashville. Any other questions? that's about it. Before I leave, what's up? You got one thing to say? We play a mid-tier? Facts. Bro. I okay. The mid-tier stuff is kind of like a meme, but people do not give FGC in general, and especially I think Terry players in general, enough credit for how disciplined you have to really be in these matchups and how careful you need to be with these characters. How much of a struggle it is, honestly, to win neutral and win games really with characters whose neutrals, I should say, are so limited and whose disadvantages are so bad. Like our disadvantaged states are pretty much bad across the board. Our neutrals, like our character neutrals, are only like mediocre. Yeah. He is good. The player base is really bad because unironically it takes some. Yeah, I agree. I agree. Completely. 100%. But if you put in the work, like he can totally do it. He's still got incredibly good strengths. It's just, whew. I hate Terry's base stats. Yeah, I do too, Crash. I I do too. Yeah. His speed and air, dude. The fact that we have a 10 frame platform drop and a 10 frame initial dash, and our initial dash is the 5th slowest in the game when we're supposed to be playing like footsies or whatever. They fucking we get these characters like Arsene Joker or whatever who are like throwing out like Ganon level attacks on the regular with no lag and full shield safety, amazing mobility all around, amazing air drift, amazing hurt boxes. They can kill you for going off stage once on like a coin flip. But people are like, yeah, the FGC characters are the problem because y'all do like high damage and you have a high kill power if you get these super specific, like telegraphed openings when you're already at 100% for the most part. Whatever, bro. People just want to complain. Your speed stuff is annoying because it makes his air dodge so easily telegraphed. Yeah. I think people need to start exploiting my air dodge more, honestly. By how I move characters in the air. Yeah. Versus characters like Falco and Palutena, it's so tough. Like Wolf. Yeah, and Wolf. You can get put into the air once versus Wolf and just take 100%. Because we just land like a boulder and have just generally bad or meh disadvantage options. Alright. I need to eat. I'm gonna head out. Thanks for joining me on the stream, Crash. I'll see you later, but yeah, this was a good VOD review session. I know what I'm gonna do for next time. I just gotta do it now and be more disciplined and actually prep this time, which I will because I know this fucking state is state PR now, which I did for Gundash. But oh well. Yeah, you have a good one too, man. I'll catch you later. See ya.